Speaking of names, I,
Oh,
I
yeah.
told you how I chose my name.
Oh, yes. No, yeah. Tell us that. It's great.
Uh, when I first went out in California, I needed a name, in case somebody asked me. I wasn't going to say, it's Clayton. Yeah. So I had gone through some baby name books and found one that meant true self. All right, this is going to be it, Veronica. And I don't know. Well, I think I used it for quite a while informally, but then when I decided to do a legal name change when we lived in Illinois, uh, I told Yas, I said, well, I was thinking of changing my name to Veronica. And she says, not Veronica. I could never, ever call you Veronica. So she said, hoped I wasn't too hurt by that. And I said, no, not really. I'm open to other names. So got out the baby book again and I went through and picked out about, I don't know, probably 20 different names that I could live with. And I said, here, you just look through this, throw out everything you don't like, and I'll choose one that's left. And so I think she threw out everything about 5. And I, rather than pick an overtly feminine name, I took Meredith because it could go either way, like
Yeah.
Leslie or Jamie, But I didn't know anybody else by the name of Meredith, so I went with that.
That's great. That's great. No, that's perfect. Well, good, Meredith. Thank you again for doing this. And, I think it's been so, I know it's been so helpful for me, and I know it'll be so helpful for the people in our church. And we will look forward to a time when people can come and ask some other questions, to understand more. And thank you so much for helping us with that. So,
and if I could, do we have time to go into maybe the genetics of this, what causes it?
Sure, yeah, good. That would be great.
Nobody knows what causes transgenderism yet, but there are, and I think most people, they don't have the knowledge to know the specifics of how or the differences between genders and sexes. And generally, we all think all the women are XX chromosome, men are XY, but there are many variations in there. It's estimated that 1 out of 70 men is like an XXY rather than just a XY. There's several, in fact, one of the most frequent birth defects is in the sex chromosome. Klinefelter's syndrome is a fairly common one. That's where you have 47 chromosomes. Usually everybody has 46, but there's 47 with a XXY. X0 in females, and nature or God or whatever has designed the mammals. In fact, it covers all mammals. They will develop into the female form if they aren't affected by testosterone. So a genetic male can actually be born looking like a female if the male doesn't get the testosterone at the right time in the pregnancy.
Sure.
So there's one called testicular feminization syndrome, in which a male-bodied person, their tissues don't respond to testosterone. And it's usually at puberty when the girl should be menstruating, that she's taken to the doctor to find out what's going on. And they actually find out she's got male chromosomes, but develop as a female, and most frequently they're reared as females and never have a issue with that, if they're told gently.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all sorts of variations in
Yeah.
nature and how things turn out.
Yeah. No, interesting. I mean,
There's a lot more of that, but I guess that's enough of a lesson now.
yeah, no, that's good. No, that's helpful.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me, but I do know that there was a study done in about the year 2000 where they cut open the skulls of dead transgender people and looked at a bundle of nerves in there called the striae terminalis, I think it is. And this was a fibers somewhere in the middle of our brains. And anyway, in males, it's like a bundle that's this big, and in females, it's a bundle like that big. Mm-hmm. And all the transgender people had smaller bundles than the males did, more close to female size. And so something's going on there that determines how we feel, who we are as a gender.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. And hopefully as we grow in understanding of how and why these things, happen the way they do, we grow in acceptance as well, and no, that's helpful. So